22. Yo, we back for podcast number 22. This is kind of a little bit unexpected because we were just watching the boxing fight, Paper Cruz with who?
Rolly Romero.
Rolly Romero. And then Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are going to fight in the next one, which is in May. When is it?
I think April 20th.
April 20th, and then Canelo's going to fight. There's a lot of boxing matches that are happening, but hold on, I need to make sure. Because Hector didn't even bring the mics. You know what I'm saying? That's how quick this was. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a good night, good day, whatever time you're watching this. But we brought a special guest back. Mr. Elvis Shreds.
Due to popular demand.
Popular demand. And you know what I noticed though, bro? Like in the last podcast that we had, when we had during the other one, I keep getting, every time I look at it, I keep getting views on it. I don't know if it's because of thumbnail or what it was, but...
Nah, it's because of my beautiful face.
Right. Okay. It's said beautiful. Benji. And then we got Cloudy over here. Cloudy, say what's up to the camera.
Special guest, Cloudy.
Special guest, Cloudy.
Yo, you brought what's up, it's Hector the Collector. Let's pop in. Been a minute. But you brought up the whole Ryan Garcia thing, bro. Have you been keeping up to date with what's going on with Ryan Garcia right now?
That's a good topic too. I ain't even gonna lie. The whole Ryan Garcia thing is crazy, bro. I don't think he's tweaking, bro.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he's tweaking because there's been a lot of conversations about it before in the past, not only with him, but like other things about it. Well, what you've heard about it?
I've just been seeing like his Twitter posts and like his Instagram posts where he's just talking about like how like the industry is like kind of corrupt and like shit's gonna go down with the full moon and there's gonna be an earthquake. He's getting very like spiritual and like
specific about the topics, no?
It's very scary, bro.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's just a trip. Like I think people are just very concerned if he's gonna perform or not in the fight well. Yeah. I don't know if he's just like fucking sparring and then in his breaks like let me go off on these crazy rants. Or I don't know what's going on. I don't know how he's getting the work in, but you know I'm interested to see how the fight goes. But I think like the topics that he's talking about, it's like the shit that I would listen to or hear to when I was like 12 years old, bro. Like conspiracy theories online and just being like he's talking about like the Illuminati, the Bohemian Grove, and all this shit. I'm like, bro, I've been heard about that shit, you know. But it's like I think just because he's such like a popular figure. And then right now, like, the idea of the Matrix or people controlling you, things like that, it's like, I don't know. I think people, you know, are drawn to it. But, yeah, I think it's just crazy, like, that kind of switch up, right? Of, like, his personality then to his personality now. So maybe that's why people are, like, questioning his mental health or what's going on.
But it's crazy because in his Twitter post, he was being very specific as to, like, dates. This is going to happen this date, this is going to happen this date. And he said that something was going to happen in Baltimore on the 26th. And in the 26th, did you guys hear about the boat that crashed on the bridge?
Oh, I seen that.
Yeah, there was a boat that crashed on the bridge. And a lot of the people that were there, whether with cars or whatever, collapsed. Like, completely collapsed. I mean, we could hear about it.
You know what's crazy? I think.
But I don't mean to cut you off, but it was like he said that it was going to happen on the 26th. Something in Baltimore, and it happened.
I think just like the world is so big, if you look up like what happened today, something happened today. You know, like I think just like the boat thing was huge, right, here in the U.S., but I think like life just goes on and like things happen. I don't know if it was just luck, because how many people are online like, oh, like this date, something tragic is gonna happen, and if it does happen, they're like, you see, I was right. Like, you know, I don't know how much it is, but I wonder in terms of like his personal brand or his career. Like, what is he trying to get out of it?
You think he's trying to hype up the fight?
I think maybe he's trying to hype it up in the sense that, like, I'm focusing on other stuff. Like, I might lose. And people are like, maybe they're trying to see him lose. I think it's kind of like Jake Paul or Logan Paul.
Yeah.
They're very, like, popular figures in boxing. And people, for some reason, they want to see him lose. So they don't, like, pay to see them win. They pay for the chance to maybe like they get knocked out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe he's trying to flip it like that because people might just pay to see him get knocked out.
Yeah. I mean, he's already been knocked down before. Not knocked out, but knocked down. But even then, you're just talking about how. I mean, what do you think about it?
I seen the interview where they were like like clowning him because he was like on coke. That
coke.
shit was crazy.
On that perico.
Yeah.
Pericazo.
But do you think he was going like that a lot? Is because of that?
He was just
Because
getting.
he's getting tested supposedly.
I mean, but it gets out of your system quick, bro. That's why people like that drug.
How would you know, bro?
Yeah, how would you know?
That's what they say. But
They
yeah,
say that coke is out of like your system quick.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people with good jobs do it
Uh-huh.
because like it's just out of your system quick,
But how quick though?
like next day type shit.
Or next day?
You know what's crazy? That back in the day, like if you smoked weed or there's some jobs that drug test you, bro, to see if you could work there. And like weed used to be like considered, like a heavy substance, so you couldn't work at some places.
And now it's legal.
Yeah, it's crazy. I remember when I was working at the agency, they had this client, and I think every single person that was in that account had to get drug tested to be like, to see if you could work on the project or not, or with them or not.
Yeah.
It's pretty trippy, like how things have changed.
Why do you think they do that though? Like, let's say somebody smokes weed, maybe even the CEO of the business. Do you think it takes a toll on you?
Smoking, me personally, I think so. I think people.
Because you see, you get paranoid and shit. Huh?
No, I get paranoid, but I think growing up, I've always heard smoking weed like gets you creative and it gets you like in this state. People always like kind of hyped up weed in that sense, but it was never like that for me. And I met I met people that like are heavy on weed, and I felt like they're not like on point all the time.
Yeah.
Like even when they're performing and stuff like that, there's something about them that's like not on point. Like they're not sharp. I think that's the word. Sure. They're not sharp. They're kind of a little bit sloppy. And I think that's like what I'm working on, things like that. I just like to be sharp.
But it's because you feel like you get paranoid, huh?
No.
What do you get paranoid like about though?
No, but even like with drinking or things like that, like I always like to be sharp. Like even when I would go out, I wouldn't get like shit faced. Like I wouldn't get like, I'm getting fucking blacked out. Like maybe 1 or 2 drinks, but I never like being like not sharp. Like I always like being on point. I don't know if it's like paranoia or being like the feeling that I always have to like take care of what's going on or just being on point.
Being in control too.
Yeah, exactly. Like I always want to be like, okay, like I'm okay, like I'm having fun, but I'm not like fucking, like blasted. Oh, there was only one time though that I got fucking blasted, dude. I was in school. It was a Halloween party, man. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I felt like I was like I had a Henny bottle. Henny, dude. I was just swinging off that shit, just off the Henny bottle, dude. I pulled up to a party, had the Henny bottle. I was like, oh shit, the Henny bottle. I'm giving everyone fucking shots off the Henny bottle.
You bought it, or like it was just like,
what's up?
Like you bought it, and you were just like, oh man.
Yeah, Charlie wants a shot, whatever. And then I'm feeling good, dude. Yeah. And then they play Gasolina, bro, by Daddy Yankee.
Gasolina and Henny is not gonna.
Dude, that shit gets me hyped up, bro. They put Gasolina. Bro, I fucking boom. Chugged the rest, bro. Then after that I was like, I'm feeling good. Yeah. But then I started feeling bad, bro. Like I was like,
that's always the downfall of drinking. Right now we got somebody hiding me out. Oh, my pause hiding me out. Hold on, let me pause it real quick. That's funny. But anyways, so you were out there with the Henny,
bro.
Because every time I hear about Henny, I correlate it with Chico. Because at the Bay, bro, that's what they all drink. I have a homie that just drinks that, like, just straight Henny. Every time he's posting on his story, just Henny. Yeah. And it's crazy because Henny...
It was the wave for a second. Like
that Henny was the wave for a second.
And I think in that time, that was just the wave. And that was the first time I ever experienced a hangover, bro. Uh-huh. Like, I woke up the next day, I was like, what the fuck is this? So I
felt like you got lit?
No, I was lit, dude. I ended up puking. I was like, everything, dude, everything. But it's the only time.
You never really got in like shit face like that, huh?
I used to always puke. Remember, like when I first started drinking.
Yeah.
But I'm like Elvis, bro. I like to be in control too.
Yeah, that's why I don't really do like shrooms or psychedelics or anything like that.
And then recently, bro, I've been cutting out like a bunch of shit, bro. Like I haven't been smoking. I haven't been drinking. I haven't been vaping. I haven't even been eating like out, bro. Like.
That's good.
Yeah.
But you know what it is though? I think for me it's like I don't like the feeling of like I have to take something to do something. Like I don't have I'm gonna go do this.
So you're the type of fool that would like be like if somebody tells you, drink because we're outside, you're not gonna be like, why you gotta drink to have a fun time?
Nah, I don't say that. I don't say think it's like how I feel. Like if I don't feel like drinking, I'm not gonna drink. You know, like I just because if I feel like drinking, I'm gonna do it. You know, I'm gonna do it. But I think it's just like I don't like feeling dependent.
I don't have a problem drinking. I just don't have a problem drinking. That's my thing, you know what I'm saying? Because the only time the only time I've gotten really like blacked was one time when we went to Riverside, and this was when you were still in the dorms, and we had Bombay, bro. Oh, yeah. Bombay just gets you like, bro, that shit is like 47% alcohol, but it's just straight like alcohol, not even like
shit tastes like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah. So I had taken a shot because you know when you're around shorties, it's like. I'll take a shot, my babe. You're like, ugh. Like I don't even like. At that time, I was barely drinking though because I was boxing and I didn't smoke, drink, nothing beforehand. And they're like, "Oh, take a shot." I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Like I guess, like fuck it, like let me take a shot. Boom! I took a shot, and then we head to the park, and then we started like doing smoking and shit like that or whatever. And I took a hit of the bong, bro. Allegedly, I took a shit of the. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, I'm gonna say now. I don't smoke or drink. This is water, but I took a bong rip, and after I took the bong rip, cause bro, this is the thing where it's like, you don't do certain things, and then you're being like, you have shorties around you, and you feel like you gotta do it, and this and like whatever. And then I took the hit of the bong, bro. I tell you the thing, all I remember was just walking away and was like, yo, like I started puking, and I started turning red, and that was the only time I really felt like black.
Have you guys ever felt like pressure to do something in front of a girl, to be like to make it to like seem cool or to like make sure like.
No, not really, bro.
You know? Not really.
Not
I mean,
really,
just probably like, let's say you're at a bar or like whatever it is, and like she wants another drink or like, oh no, have you guys ever felt pressured to buy something that you know is expensive, but you don't want to feel broke? Like let's say you're at a store and someone tells you like, oh yeah, the shirt's $250. And then you're like, oh my god, I'm not gonna say no. Like I really fuck with the shirt, but I didn't think it was gonna be $250.
Oh, buying something you said for the girl.
No, for yourself.
For yourself,
like,
and you with the girl.
Because for a girl, it's like I never really had an experience where I'll be like, oh, like I kind of like when I go out with a girl, I already know where I'm gonna take her. I already know this, or I already know like if it's like the budget where I'm just like, not budget, but like I'm not gonna go and spend $1,000 on a date with a shorty, but I might spend $300, $250 or whatever, where that's gonna be a whole night out where it's, I'm chilling. But like, let's say you go to a store.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have a price tag. You just like, oh, I want to buy this. Hit you with 1,200.
1,200.
I wanted to buy this. No, I think you know what. I don't know if it's just me, but I know guys that take like the girl to like everything, like shopping or like to like even like their haircuts. Like they always have like the girl attached to the hip.
Yeah.
I'm not really like that. Like when I go shopping, I'm like I know what I want. Before I go to the store, I'm just pick up and I'm out, in and out.
Yeah.
I don't really take like my girl with me to shopping or things like that. I've never felt pressured to buy something in front of a girl, like being like, oh, but I have felt like my girl being like, I want this, and me being like, I have to fucking make it happen. I feel pressure like that. I feel pressure like that. Like if my girl or my daughter like asks me for something, I just feel the pressure of being like. Have to fucking do it.
What's like an expensive thing your daughter's asked you for?
Oh man, dude, my food. But I'm gonna tell you why, dude. My daughter loves eating expensive places, and I like expensive places because like the place like fancy is just quality food. Yeah. Like Brazilian barbecue, bro. My daughter loves Brazilian barbecue, bro.
What's the name? Pampas is
It's like what? Like if you go to like a Brazilian barbecue spot, it's like $60 per person.
If you want to try a Brazilian spot that's fire, but it's not too expensive because Brazilian places can get really expensive.
All you can eat ones.
All you can eat ones be expensive, but I feel like I don't even want to go to an all you can eat Brazilian spot if you really think about it.
You remember I threw up after?
Yeah, you threw up at a Brazilian spot. But if you really think about it, do you really want to eat at an all you can eat Brazilian spot?
I think it's.
I mean, ya sé que tú sí, güey.
No. I don't think it's. I think
it's too much meat. Pause.
Too much meat. I like it because you don't have to eat like 10 pieces of it, but they're always bringing you like a fresh. But they always bring you like a fresh like picana or whatever type like top sirloin, whatever like ribeye. They're always bringing it to you fresh. So that's what I like. I'll take a piece here. I'll take a piece there. I'll try everything, but just one piece. Yeah. My daughter too, bro. She'd be like, "What's that? The ribeye?" She'd be like, "Oh, ribeye." Or her favorite is a tri-tip. She'd be like, ooh, tri-tip. So, dude, she just loves eating, like, quality food. So, I think that's, like, that runs it up. She'll be like, okay, like Saturday she'll be like Brazilian barbecue, and then the next day she'll be like, I want to go to Quarters. I want to go to Quarters barbecue. I'm like, dude, her and her mom, love going there, but it's just,
Yeah, no, like, yeah, even
like
like when you take out a shawty, let's say we go out to eat in the breakfast, like that's why I fuck with the girl that I'm with, cause it's like she don't really care, like she'll eat wherever I take her, like. But what do you think about? Oh wait, actually, what was that one spot called?
Pampas girl.
Pampas at the girl
Farmers market.
the girl farmers market. If you really want to take a shawty out to eat somewhere that's good, Pampas at the farmers market at the Grove. That's the only gem I'm about to give you guys because.
But I feel like
use code UNO. No, I'm kidding.
I feel like we could recommend spots to people, but if you don't know how to order, you might not like it, and that's with a lot of shit. Cause like people just might order just some dumb shit where it's not good, bro. Yeah, and it happens a lot.
I think that can happen with anything, like even at fast food spots or whatever. Because let's say LA Cafe, if you don't like, every time we go, what do we get? The chicken pesto. But if you get some other shit where it's like the chicken fish tacos, it's like you might like it, but it's like it's specific things that you order at specific spots that you know that are good.
What is a good first date spot to take a girl? Like the first date for a restaurant. What's the ambiance? What's the day looking like?
For me, I like to do like an activity plus a food. So like it could be anything, like something we could do together. Maybe like an aquarium trip or like maybe like I don't know. I wouldn't.
Do you really want to take the girl to the aquarium to the first spot?
I like to do an activity though.
Like a first date though.
I love to do an activity. Like it has to be I don't want to just eat and take her home and like try to take her to my place. I want to do like
an activity, bro.
That's cardio.
I love to do like, cause like when the activity is like a different vibe, you get to actually like talk to the shorty, see where her mind is at, and like it depends on the shorty too, bro. Like some shorty.
If you like her, or you're just trying to hit or like whatever, yeah.
But activity, then a dinner spot. I don't really like. I haven't done it in a minute, so I can't really like tell you like, oh, this is what I do. First date, but.
What about you, Mr. Married?
Hey, now I think the same thing for me. It's like, but I have to. For me, it's like the point. It has to be like romantic all the way through. Like it has to be like.
But don't you think that that's a little bit too? Because I understand that sometimes as a guy you want to make it romantic. You want because at the end of the day you're gonna take a girl on a date that you really like. Nah, whether you're trying to hit or not, like some guys take a girl on a date that they really like, but they're just trying to hit, or they don't really like, but they're just trying to hit, and it's like you kind of force that. I'm trying to hit, like, along, like, the date. Like, you start talking sexual. You start talking about, like, we're about to go to our crib.
Nah, I mean, for me, it's not sexual, but for me, it's, like, all or nothing, bro. Like, I'm like, let's just go all in. I told my girl that I was going to marry her the first day.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong?
The first date, dude. The first date. We were eating, and then took it to so we were going to go eat at the spot. Then I took it to the beach, right? Vibes, bro. It's in the beach, late night, I'm like, well, I'm putting the game on, I'm putting everything on. And then later I was like, you know what? It's like, what? It's like, I want to marry you. She looked at me like, what the fuck?
She looked at you like, yo, like what?
And I just said this to her with so much confidence. But I think I'm just the type of dude, like, I didn't really date around much. But I think for me, it's like if I go out with a girl, it's because I really like her. I don't really like, maybe I just didn't get to that point where I was like, oh, let me get around and let me just have fun. I think like if I spend time with somebody, it's because I like really, really, really like you. But cause sometimes it's backfired on me when I go all out and they're like no, and I'm like, all right, not I'm not just like I'm not interested. I'm like, okay, I it's cool.
Yeah.
But I derailed from the question. I think
meal.
I think a meal. It's like a.
But just going back to that topic, we're about to go to the topic. But I think that's where a lot of guys get it like wrong because. You don't know what the girl wants at the end of the day. Yeah. She might just want to, you know what I'm saying, like just crush and she ends up messing with you at the end of the day. She ends up messing with you. But the thing is that a girl wants to feel too like you don't really fuck with her like that. Because if you start being like, yeah, I'm gonna marry you the first date or whatever, like, yeah, it worked out for you, but she don't want to feel that right away because it makes it feel like you don't get a lot of like girls. So in this case,
maybe I don't.
No, I know. I mean, you said it like at the end of the day. Maybe you don't, but what I'm saying is that the experience for a guy to get a lot of girls is not the same experience for a girl that gets a lot of guys. Because to me, and I know that it's a fact, the more a girl dates around, the more sour she gets. The more like she feels like, oh, I could just get another guy. Like I don't really trip on you or whatever. Like whatever. Like if this doesn't work out, I get another guy. And if a guy dates around and he ends up being like, you know what, like yeah, I did a lot of girls. He's able to pick what type of shorty he wants more. And if he's able to find a girl that like fits the category that he really likes, he's able to be like, you know what, I'll just stay with you. But for a girl,
what do you mean? So
like I'm talking about like dating, like
so he's like dating other people.
like if a guy, because for you, right, you didn't really date a lot.
Yeah.
And that's cool because you ended up finding somebody that you had a family with. But I think for a guy, it's important for you to date around and date a lot of girls because you're able to see what is it that you really like, see what is it that you don't like. And for a girl, the more that she dates, because a lot of girls will be like, oh, if a guy, like if a guy is able to do that, why can't I do that? And it's because the more bodies and the more people that a girl has dated, the more sour she gets, the more masculine she gets. Where it's like, oh, well, this didn't work, I just find another guy. But then she's not really going to be able to have a strong relationship with somebody because she's just quick to just be like, oh, I'll just get a new guy. Yeah. And then for a guy, it's like you get experience with a lot of girls, and then you're just able to be like, okay, this girl is like doesn't go around, she doesn't go clubbing, she doesn't. Okay, you're able to identify what's a good girl and what's a bad girl. And then a lot of girls that date a lot around, they're not really able to identify that because they just be like, oh, all guys ain't shit, all guys is this, all guys is that. And those are usually the girls that date a lot of guys. Because why did you date a lot of guys to be able to say that all guys is this, all guys is that? They're able to just like categorize that and just being like, you know what, like this doesn't work, I'll just get a new guy. This doesn't work, I'll get a new guy. This doesn't work, I'll get a new guy.
You know what? And I think honestly, nowadays I feel like people don't want to like work things out. I've heard a lot of like stories. Something happens and I'm gonna go like, she did this, I'm gonna do that, and she did like. I feel like a lot of like sense of like immaturity, I guess, and nowadays where people just try to get each other back. But I think something that I don't like about people, or if you're like if you believe in revenge, if you're like an vengeful person, I don't associate myself with you. Because I don't like people who believe in revenge. Like I don't believe people. I don't like people that that in their mind they're like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you over. Like just wait till the day. Because I feel like if they carry
like those things to make the other person feel the same way that they made them feel.
Yeah. I think it's a conversation that you could definitely have, where it's like, oh, you made me feel this type of way. And obviously, you have to care about the person to get to that point. Because if you just don't give a fucking,
a lot of maturity,
you gotta fuck. You gotta fuck it. I'm gonna just do what I have to do. But yeah, I feel like nowadays it's kind of rare for people to talk about their feelings.
Yeah.
But I think overall, maybe it is hard to talk about your feelings, right?
Oh, definitely, bro. Like especially as a male, I feel like it's difficult. But if you really like the shawty, you're gonna do it. But if you just like whatever's about her, you're probably not.
And there's a way to do it though, to be able to express your feelings.
I don't think there's one correct way to do it. It's just doing it, bro. Like sometimes it's hard to come out and explain it, especially like maybe we don't have like the best way to express ourselves. But just if you have someone that's gonna understand you, she's gonna get what you're saying, bro.
You know what? I've ran into a situation, and what has helped me out a lot is that sometimes you get caught in a position where you're like, I did this because you did that. Or and then it gets into that situation of like, I did this because you, and then it's like, it kind of starts going from there. So I was reading this book. I think it's called How to Get Yes to Everything. Something like that. How to get a yes to everything. And the first thing is just like talk about just the problem at hand at first. Like, what's the problem? Identify it and talk about it. Like, just don't jump to anything else, and then just solve it. Yeah. Right? So I think that's what it is. Like, oh, you made me feel this type of way. And then I think a lot of maturity is kind of just, maturity is like kind of sitting down with it and then talking about it and admitting when you do wrong, and then just don't bring up you did this, or that's why I did that at the moment, because I feel like it's not the time to do it at the moment. It kind of sounds like you're just trying to get back at them, right? Yeah.
As a guy, it's very important for you to do that, because a lot of times they deal with situations, like guys deal with situations with girls, because when you deal with a girl that you really like, let's say it's the first time that in your eyes you deal with a girl that's a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10, and you're just like, damn, like I really love this girl, I don't want her to look at me in a certain way. Like if I correct her, something that I don't like, you end up telling her, like, let's say she talks back to you, or let's say she does something, and you don't want to be like, you know what? I don't wanna say anything because it's gonna make me look insecure. I don't wanna say anything because it's gonna make me look like I'm demanding or I'm a guy that's trying to control her. But for a guy, I think that it's very important for you to, from the moment that happens, you have to tell her, like, you know what? This is not what I like. This is not what I do, and there's nothing wrong with it because she just gotta accept it. If she fucks with you, she fucks with you, and if she doesn't, she doesn't. You gotta be able to tell her, like, from the bat that it happens, be like, you know what? Don't talk to me like that because I don't fuck with that. And the thing is that girls like to be put in their place, whether they like it, whether they say that they don't or whatever. They find a certain type of attraction to the guy that's able to be like, kind of like a father figure, and just being like, you know what? You're not gonna talk to me like that, and if you're gonna talk to me like that, it's gonna be dead, cause I don't fuck with that, and that's not what's gonna happen. And then she's able to respect you in the sense of just being like, yo, I know what I can get away, and I know what I can't get away with this guy. And then I think where a lot of guys don't do that because they really like the girl. They be like, oh, I really like her. I really this and this. I don't want to look at me a certain way. I don't want to fuck with the relationship. But I think that you end up messing the relationship up when you don't correct certain type of things.
What happens when it's like, when obviously she's like, fuck you. I'm gonna talk to you however you want. And then it goes back. That goes to like those toxic relationships, huh?
Yeah.
Like what the hell? Like you, I like, cause I'm talking to a girl right now. When I'm talking, she's my girl. Like, I have a girlfriend now, but I'm saying like I started at the beginning, bro. And as soon as she's tried to say something, but she don't really do it like that. But like she's tried to say some things, and I'll be like, yo, bro, we're not gonna talk like that. And if you're gonna talk like, go do that shit with someone else. And she'll be like, she'll obviously feel a type of way about it, cause nobody likes to feel like they're getting disrespected, guy or girl. But if that's what you want to do, go do that shit with someone else. And then at the end of the day, like, you'd be like, go do that shit with someone else. And she'll be like, oh, well, and be like, come give me a kiss. And then like, you gotta always finish it loving. Always finish it loving and being like corrector and being like, come give me a kiss, bro. And then you start crushing. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta end it with like crushing because you don't want to just correct her and being like, oh, like that's bad, this, and whatever, because then she's gonna feel sour. So you correct her and then you get the crushing going on. You know what I'm saying? That's the right way to always do it. After an argument, you always have sex. Always, bro. Always. That's what I'm trying to say. But for your case, do you think that that's something that should be enforced, or how do you guys go about it?
What was it like? What exactly are you asking?
Like correction, like correcting a girl.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you like, what advice you have for someone like, say you've been in a relationship for a while, and you might have just let a lot of shit slide. How do you start enforcing stuff like that if you're already like a couple years into the relationship where you weren't correcting in the beginning?
It's hard, bro, because you can't correct something that's already been years or like, I mean, how much time?
Like, say you've been dating for like a year or two. And
a
like,
year or two?
And you just let a lot of shit slide. And now you're just at the point where
you get a new girl. Not just like, I think that when you have a girl that you've already let a lot of things slide, it's very, very hard for you to try to adjust it to be a different type of way. Because she already has a perception of you of being a certain and letting a lot of things slide and stuff like that. So it's very important that, okay, if you don't really fuck with it, or you don't really like what she's doing, that it's even more you have to be to a T. What do you don't like? Like if she starts, like, let's say, I don't know, like disrespecting you. Every time she does it, you have to correct it. It's not about like, I'm gonna do it this time. Then 2 other times she disrespect me, let it slide. And then the 3rd time when I'm really pissed off or whatever, then I correct it. It's not gonna work. You have to do it from the jump. Like, and she's gonna say, well, she's gonna spaz out, she's gonna do whatever, and it's like, you know what? Go home, take your time, do whatever it is. But I already told you I don't fuck with that. But the thing is that a lot of the times when you're really dating a girl for a long time, the best thing you can do, and I don't, like, if you really love a girl, I understand, but you have to walk away, bro. Like, because you can only tell a girl, like, okay, like, I'm going to walk away, I'm going to do something. You can only say that so many times where she already knows that you're not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to do it. So it's like, the moment that you're like, you know what? Get your stuff. I already told you that that's not the way that we're going to speak or whatever. Get your stuff and go to your mom's house, go to your dad's house, go to whatever it is that you're going to go. No. I already told you that that's not how we're gonna speak. You're not listening or whatever. Like, I love you and I care about you, but that's not the way we're gonna speak. And follow through with what you say you're gonna do, because a lot of guys don't follow through, and I get it, because a lot of the times we have care for a girl. You gotta make it, but is that like strong relationship? I mean, strong. How do you say it? Like tough love, where you have to show her, because what is the dad gonna do when their daughter doesn't listen to it? I told you not to do that. You're not gonna use your iPad. No, what? No, you're not gonna use it. I already told you that. It's the same thing with a girl, bro. She wanna feel like you. It's not. It's. I don't wanna say father figure, because it's like, I don't like to correlate sexual acts with, like, because when you have a girl, it's like you're sexual, but with the father. But you have to be able to just follow through what you say you were gonna do. And when you don't follow through, it's not gonna work out ever. Because there's a lot of time that has been happening wrong.
Deep
Crazy,
shit,
bro.
deep shit.
It's
Hey,
deep shit. Like,
drop a like and comment if you ever go through some shit.
But you feel like with your shawty, like, you've had situations like that?
Where I feel like there's been situations where like I didn't correct it, and like I've taken like a lot of like maybe disrespect, and I should have been like on the jump. And
Yeah.
I'm getting to a point where like I wanna correct it every single time now.
Oh, okay. You feel like, okay, let's say you're trying to correct it. Let's say you're trying to correct it and she just doesn't, because it plays a lot of part too, how you correct it too. It's not just about bringing this, because you're never supposed to disrespect a girl. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel that like you correct it?
Just by talking about it, like talking about my feelings, like there's certain times.
But that's what I'm saying though, bro. You can't be, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, you can't be like, the way that I feel is that this and this, that's the way that girls speak.
Well, not really, bro. Like, when you start getting into like a situation that's more mature, and you start going in time, it can't always be like, you did this, and this is the consequence.
But you see how you said it? It's not about that.
But I think when you start, like, I think there's a lot of different ways to go about things, and I think talking about your feelings, like, as a man, it is seem like people think it's like a girl thing to do, but I think as you start getting like into like a longer relationship, when you kind of start having those conversations about like, oh, like, you made me feel this type of way, or, you know, things like that happen, you start seeing like if the girl is for you or not, because it'll be like, okay, like, then I feel like this, because when you start having like those conversations about feelings and you can have it, then you're like, all right, it's like a good girl to have. It's like a long, it's like, I see it in the long term, right? And then I think that's why it's like important to be open. But I think once you said in the beginning of like saying, like, setting boundaries, I think is important, or even like saying things to the jump, because sometimes you do stuff that you don't even know, like, that made the person upset, or like them, like, you know, they did stuff to you that you didn't even know made you upset. So I think that's what happens when you like stay quiet. And dude, I used to do that too. Like, even with people or things like that, they might do something and I'll just let it slide. And I'll be like, oh, whatever. But then sometimes I'll be like, do you ever get those moments when you're laying down in bed and you're like, fuck, I should have said something. Fuck, I should have said this. So I think definitely saying something, but not saying it in a disrespectful way, but just being like, oh, like, this happened. How can we do it? And how can it be different? Because I feel like nowadays a lot of people don't do it, especially guys. Like, something happens, like, bro, what the fuck, like, bro, like a lot of like acts of violence. Yeah, spaz out. But just being like, yo, like, you know, this happened, or misunderstandings or things like that. Like, I feel like a lot of like conflicts could be avoided if people like chill and talk. But I think like as men, it's always like, someone does this to you, you gotta fucking go, you know, fucking snap out. So I think practicing both, right? Like, kind of be that respetar, you know, that people respect you, but also having that moment to like backtrack and be like, yo, like, you know, like, let's talk about it before anything pops off.
I'm gonna tell you why that feeling shit doesn't work for guys though. Because when a girl speaks, let's say you get in an argument with your girl, what do they always say? Like, it's because I felt this, I feel that, I feel. Girls are more like about I feel. And whenever it is that you might be 100% in the right as to how it is that you felt, she might even cheat it. But what is she gonna say? Because I felt like you didn't. I felt like this. Even though the action was wrong, you cheated on me, it's wrong. Like, but she's gonna go back to what I feel. So that's why the I feel applies more to the girl, because girls don't speak in like girls don't speak in reality, in common sense, in what this is what happened. Like, this is why you did what you did, and it's not okay. because they're always gonna go back to the I feel. And for a guy, it's like you gotta be guys speak more about like reality, like you did this and this is not okay, and girls are gonna be more trying to justify it with their feelings. And as a guy, is like if she did what she did and she's not listening to whatever, you can only tell her how much it is that you feel. And then at the end, if she don't want to listen, you gotta go, bro. Like it's not okay. But anyway, let's go to a different type of topic. A lot of talk about I feel. What do you guys think about that Diddy shit, though, bro?
And I'm all you can't say I feel, bro.
Huh?
You can't say I feel, bro.
No, I don't feel. You know what I'm saying? But what do you guys think about that Diddy shit, though, bro?
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I honestly, I don't know too much what's going on. So if you guys can like explain to me, like
Me neither. I don't know how. I heard like the people raided his house and stuff like that. I think for like human trafficking or like other stuff that was going on. But that's what I know so far. Mm-hmm. But I think there's always been like allegations towards him that he's been like a dangerous dude, or there's always been like controversies all around him. You know, especially with like Tupac. People say like
that he supposedly
he's the one that got like Tupac killed and things like that. So I think throughout like time, there's always been like that like stuff or always like surrounding him. So I think now, I don't know if people raiding it. I think the cops showing up to his house and like raiding it makes it feel a little bit more real. Like what the fuck, people are not gonna like pull up to his house. Yeah, you know, people are not gonna. The cops are not gonna pull up to his house just for no reason. Maybe there might be something there. Yeah. You know, which is pretty crazy. But
yeah, because they raided his house because supposedly I mean, I don't want to talk about it too much, but I'm saying like Diddy supposedly was clapping like guys. He had a lot of things to do with like guys and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't know. Like I always say, I don't speak on things that I don't really know fully about. I don't know Diddy. I don't know stuff like that. Just what like was saying, like was being portrayed in the internet. But supposedly Diddy had a lot of things to do with a lot of guys, and that he was trying to make girls do things that they didn't want to do, and then he got his house raided, and it's just.
I feel like when you get to like a certain like point in your life where you're like up here, you wanna just have control over people, bro. Like absolute control over the way they feel, the way they think. Cause I was watching the Dan Schneider documentary, and he was exactly the same way, where he would make people do like weird things, like the writers. He would just want to have absolute control over people.
But you know what's crazy? I think a lot of that stuff like sometimes has to do with maybe like money, or not like money, because people always want to do stuff for money. Yeah. Right? And then I think sometimes I try to I don't know if it's like well, they say money is like the root of all evil, but motherfuckers will go to lengths for some bread, you know, like for an opportunity. They might do something they've never done before, you know? So I think like integrity, sometimes I feel like sometimes that's what people lack nowadays. It's like, oh, like, am I going to do stuff, you know, for bread, you know, for some money, you know? But I think nowadays people are like, hey, for this amount of money, would you do this? They're like, fuck yeah. Like, for some amount of money, would you go punch this person? Things like that.
Would you suck a dick for $1 million?
$1 million? No, bro.
That's what I'm saying, because a lot of fools would, bro. That's what I'm saying.
But it's because for me, it's sometimes...
Pause.
For me, it's like, I don't do stuff because in my mind, I'm like, I fucking did it. And like, I'm a person, if I do something that I'm not supposed to do, the guilt fucking kills me, bro. Like, I can't, like, you know, like, doing some sneaky shit, things like that, bro. I can't, because in my mind, I'm like, I fucking did it.
He said, not for $1 million, too.
Not for $1 million, bro, but $2 million?
Not $2 million with negotiation.
Nah, bro, nowadays $1 million, that ain't shit, bro. You blow almost everything in the house, you know, like to get a house. Yeah.
But I get what you mean, because that happens a lot of situations with like shorties and shit, where they're just like, let's say they get 10 grand and stuff like that. Because I had a talk with like I forgot who I had to talk with, but don't you think that at a certain extent is prostitution that a girl that says, oh, I want to date a guy that's rich, and if he doesn't have money, like, I'm not gonna date him. Don't you think that that's prostitution to a certain extent, because they're expecting income at a certain point?
I think maybe they just want to live like a certain lifestyle, because the guy's gonna be like, I want money to get a girl. Like, you know, it's like a never-ending cycle. I think it's just like the idea of the lifestyle. Yeah. I don't think I've seen it until now, because of like, I sound like a fucking old person, but like Instagram, like people just want to live a certain lifestyle, and then people get upset or sad. Like, they just want to chase that. Guys and girls, like, you know, guys see like, you know, like the baller dude with like the nice car, the nice watch. The women, they want to see that, and then girls see the girls having fun,
Yeah.
these trips with the dudes having fun, so they want that. But I think the thing is like in between, it's like they don't want to put in the work in because it's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the dude's scamming and he's getting very easy, maybe, and then a lot of things like that happen.
Yeah.
But I think is it prostitution?
Because she's expecting some type of transaction, which is money.
I think to a certain extent.
Nah, I think she's just expecting like a lifestyle.
But like, let's say she knows 100% he's a billionaire. Let's say a guy dates Elon Musk and is like, okay, I know for a fact he's a billionaire. He don't gotta show me nothing. He don't gotta buy me anything. But if she dates Elon Musk and she just treats her like a regular girl, like, oh yeah, when we go out to eat, I'll pay. When it's this, I pay. If you need your tires fixed, okay, I'll pay. But he doesn't go to the extreme to be like, okay, here's income for you. Like, if he's a billionaire and doesn't buy her anything, do you think that at a certain point she's just gonna leave too? Because she wants a guy that has money. She knows he has money, but he doesn't buy her anything.
But I think in those situations, like, I always feel like those types of people never stick around for too long. Like, if a girl just wants to do that wants money, that has money, maybe they'll kick it for a little bit, then boom, like the next guy. I don't think it's ever like longevity. I think it's like a good time. So I don't know if it's like a mutual agreement. Like the dude's like, I know you're just here to have a good time.
Yeah.
And just have a good time.
Yeah.
Like, let's go out and get you the bag. Boom, boom. If you're balling and you got it like that, and you got like a new girl for like every month, you're gonna do it, dude. Like you're gonna, like, you're gonna do it. So I think both ways, like they just have.
I have a take on that because there was this guy that he's from Miami. He was on a table with 20 bad bitches, Miami bitches, right? He asked all of them, "Would you want a broke boyfriend that doesn't cheat,
Sorry, I gotta step up.
would you want a broke boyfriend that doesn't cheat, or a rich guy that cheats on you?"
Hello?
And all the 20 girls, what do you think they said?
Hello?
Oh, a guy that cheats on them, but
He's
like,
rich, bro.
Yeah, he's rich.
That's fucking crazy to me, bro. And
Yeah.
it goes hand in hand. Like, girls rather get cheated on but be taken care of than be with somebody that's loyal but doesn't have that much bread.
Yeah, because they want a stability. Like for girls, they want a stability, bro. They want, because when you marry a girl, she wants to make sure that she's getting treated right. She wants to make sure that she has her house. She wants to make sure that she has stability. And I think that as for a guy, don't get me wrong, like you wanna make sure that the girl that you're dealing with feels safe and stuff like that too. You wanna have your money backed up too, because I think that when you as a guy, if you don't have your money straight and you don't have certain, like you're dealing with like, oh fuck, how am I gonna pay for this meal, or like how am I gonna do this, like you as a guy don't even feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you as a guy don't even feel good, so it's hard for you to have a relationship that's like stable, because now for you, the relationship is already an issue, but then now is the money where it's like, fuck, I can't even feed the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I've had situations too where it's like in the past where I'm just like, now like I could be like in a budget about certain shit, but like food wise, like it's never really gonna be an issue. But it's like I'll just be like, like it's something that you don't really want to think about. And stuff like that.
Did you hear the take?
No, what was the take?
So there was this guy in Miami. He was with 20 like bad bitches. He asked them, "Would you rather date someone that's poor but loyal, or someone that cheats on you but rich?" And what do you think all the 20 girls said?
Cheats on you but rich?
Yeah.
Damn. But I think it's that understanding. I think they're just not looking for that. They're just looking for like a fun lifestyle. And maybe they're doing their own thing too.
Yeah. Like, do you think that though, that... Because at the end of the day, we want a girl that looks good, right? But they say that it's not good to kind of, like, base yourself off of a girl and being... Like, you don't want a bad bitch, really, to marry. Because a bad bitch is always going to get Instagram DMs, is always going to get, like, hit on and stuff like that. And she has more options as a girl. Whereas if, like, you get a girl that's obviously pretty, but she's, like, chill... Like, you're gonna be able to have more of a good, serious relationship with her.
I don't think so. Just because I feel like a girl's gonna get hit on, like
regardless. Yeah.
Regardless. So I think if she's good, pretty or not pretty, I think she's gonna get hit on regardless. I think it's just like men and women. There's always gonna be like a connection, right? So it's just always like up to the girl to be like, to handle the situation and be like, oh, like I'm not interested, or anything like that.
I feel like for me, like say I get to a certain point and like I date like Miss Argentina or like Miss Venezuela.
Miss Argentina.
Like I'll probably tell her like, yo, just delete your Instagram, bro. Like you don't.
So you would tell a girl like delete her?
Like if she's one of those girls, I'll just tell her just delete your Instagram, bro. Like.
But why? Like if she fuck with you, like Wouldn't she delete it by herself?
I mean, I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, I don't think I would tell a girl to delete her IG though.
But if she's like, there's nothing wrong with telling her like, just delete it. Like, fuck it. Like, we live a good life.
But like her deleting her IG, what does it have to do? Like,
because you said she's gonna get DMs and all that stuff. Just.
But like, if you know that you have Miss Argentina, right, and she's not replying to nothing, what's the whole point?
But like, she would like, what's the whole point of Instagram and stuff? It's like, no one has access to her, just me. And we just live a cool life, you know.
Yeah, I'm just playing like devil's advocate, but.
Oh yeah.
Like no, but reality, I wouldn't really think I would like tell a girl to delete her IG because it's just like.
I feel like if I got to a certain point and I was dating like someone in that world, I would probably tell her to delete it.
Alright, and shit. Future just dropped too.
Yeah.
Favorite track? What's your favorite track?
I think it's called Running Out of Time, or also Type Shit.
With Cardi. Favorite track?
Yeah.
I like Cinderella.
Cinderella too, because supposedly what was the song he did with Kendrick Lamar?
What's it called?
Like that.
And supposedly he said he had a problem with Drake. Bro, I'm so sad because to me, one of my favorite albums from Drake and Future is What a Time to Be Alive. Bro.
Who y'all picking? The Drake or Kendrick? Because they're beefing.
I'm going with Drake.
You going with Drake?
Yeah, I'm going with Drake.
I feel like Kendrick's like a better lyrics person.
But who do you really listen to more?
But I just like I just like Drake more.
Yeah.
But I just respect Kendrick more.
I wonder what the beef is about though, because I heard that this beef supposedly is about a shorty.
What if it's just to sell more albums?
I think that's like with Future supposedly. But
Future
supposedly
with
like the girl came out and said like, oh, that's not true. Like,
but the girl's gonna say that it's not true though.
Yeah. I think for whatever beef it is, I think music wise, I think just Drake has been more consistent, just like dropping like more relevance.
Yeah.
But I think Kendrick definitely has some classics.
Yeah.
So it's hard to pick a side. But if I had to pick one, damn. I think I would go.
I think that Kendrick had a toe on us like when we were little kids, like growing up because bitch don't kill my vibe, bitch don't kill my vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Classic.
It's a classic.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what's so good about music is that we don't gotta pick a side, bro. We can just enjoy both artists.
Yeah.
And like we don't really gotta be like, oh fuck Drake or fuck Kendrick. They're both good, bro.
Yeah. No, yeah, I definitely don't want to pick a side, and I don't gotta pick a side because I fuck with Drake and I fuck with Kendrick because Kendrick is from LA. So Kendrick is from LA. So I fuck with anybody that's from LA that represents LA because Blue Bloods just dropped too. You went to Blue Bloods after party. You did a whole podcast with them too.
No, I didn't do the podcast, but I was there when they. So it's like Wiz Khalifa and 3 other girls. They're part of this podcast called Stoned and Sexy, and they had Hit Boy along with Blue Bucks, and it was cool because they were talking about how Wiz Khalifa just kind of linked with them one day and hopped on a song, and it's in that album, and that shit dropped. Since Hit Boy's independent, it dropped that quick, bro. They didn't have to go through all the loopholes of like the labels and all that.
Yeah.
And I felt like the album was a little bit rushed, but it was still cool to be able.
But how was that experience for you going to the podcast?
It was crazy, bro. Cause when I pulled up, I seen like 2-3 dudes right there. I didn't know who they were.
Oh, you don't know who Blue Bucks are?
I know who Blue Bucks is, but I didn't.
You know how they look?
I didn't really like pay attention too much. And so I asked my friend, I was like, yo, is that Blue Bucks? He's like, yeah, bro, that's Blue Bucks. Oh, shit. And then we were just waiting on Wiz Khalifa to pull up. He pulls up, and then everything just started. Like, once he pulled up, shit started, bro. Like, he has like, this type of energy.
Time crunch, like, yo, we could, like, I'm there in business.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. And how was it for you? Wiz Khalifa really cheap like that?
It was, bro, I wasn't chiefing, but I was faded just being in the room.
Hey, you really didn't cheap like the way you like Wiz Khalifa. I feel like that's an experience, bro. Like with like Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa, like chiefing with Wiz. Like how was like he was just running like Jay's back to back. Did he really have somebody there just running for him?
That podcast was sponsored by like a weed subscription, so they just had a bunch of like bongs on the table. Like he was just.
You really didn't cheat?
No, I didn't.
That's crazy.
I was there mostly to get footage, bro. I wasn't there to.
Yeah, you're working. Yeah.
Boy, strictly business.
I feel like if I'm with Wiz, bro, I'm putting. I never bought a pound, but I'm buying a pound a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Wiz, you want some of that? Like, he has his own brand.
Yeah, he had the Khalifa Kush out there.
Khalifa Kush, yeah.
It was a cool experience to be able to just be in the same room as people like that, bro.
And how was that after the listening party?
The listening party, so the reason why we went to the listening party was that at the Wiz Khalifa podcast, we met Hit Boy's manager. And he liked me and my friends' energy, and he liked that we were down to film and we were cool. And we basically connected, and we couldn't get too much footage of Hit Boy because he was kind of quiet.
Yeah.
But so my friend texted him. He was like, I don't got too much footage of Hit Boy, but if you got anything going on this week that maybe I could catch him in his element and get some more footage for him, let me know. And then boom, he texts us. I was already in Pomona, bro.
Oh, you already had dipped.
I had dipped out of LA. My boy calls me. He's like, bro, like, you want to go to this thing? And he was like, I'm only gonna go if you come with me. And then he was kind of like hesitant to go too, cause he has a shawty too, and his girl was tripping. My girl was tripping. Bro.
I'm going, bro.
My girl was tripping, cause I told her like, oh, I'm almost home, like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Boom, I call her, yo, I'm going back to LA. She's like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, you're not, like, I'm not getting paid for this. You're not even getting paid. Why are you going? You're wasting your time.
Hell nah, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Damn, that's crazy. Kind of crazy.
I'm going, bro. Like, I don't, like...
Well, to that topic, I think, what do you think about that? Like, sometimes, you know, when you're starting off a relationship or things like that, and you want to do certain things with your life, like, how do you feel if, like a person's, like, you know, just, like, don't go, don't do it?
I felt like she was kind of, like, not seeing the bigger picture, bro. And that's the problem with a lot of girls, that they don't see the bigger picture and shit. Like, no dumb not getting paid right now. I'm not even a camera guy, bro. Yeah. I'm just friends with the homie that knows this person. I'm there to just support, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if it turns into something with money and it turns into, like, oh, I become a cameraman, that's sick.
I think for you as a guy, you gotta do what is your purpose and what is it that you gotta do. Like for you, when you knew you had to go back, bro. This is a moment. Like even if you didn't get anything, like it's an opportunity for you to get something popping. And at the end of the day, girls are not gonna see that until you really have the money. So like, let's say, oh, you're not even gonna get paid, and then somebody gives you 10 bands right there, and then you're like, you know what, like let's go shop, let's go get you this, let's go get you that. She'll be like, oh, thank God that you win, baby. Oh my God, like this and then like, oh my God, I love you. It's like. Because girls don't like to be out really. So it's like if they feel like they're not gonna get any benefit off of it, I don't care what you think. Like this is what I wanna do, this is what I gotta do. And it goes back to me saying what is it that you feel like you gotta do. You as a guy, you gotta have your purpose and what is it you're doing. And at the end of the day, any girl that you date, whether she likes it or not, she's gonna have a feeling about it, bro. Like
well, I think the major feeling it's just she thinks maybe you're just gonna do something with other girls. So I think once you get past that, it's
but you're never gonna get past that.
No, well, I mean, I think if you show that you're about your business and you're serious, it's gonna be like, yo, this guy. Well, I'm just like from experience. It's like working late nights and things like that. The question was like, oh, like, yo, like, what's up? Like, why are you coming home so late? Yeah. But then you're being consistent. Then things start popping up. Be like, okay, that's just what he does. He works hard. You know, so I think it's normal, but I think consistency is just key. Like you're going out, you're networking, and I think that's something that's super important is networking. But I feel like we just don't do that anymore. Like just going out.
A lot of ego. A lot of people be having a lot of ego.
Exactly. Too. Exactly. So it's just like just having like the putting in the energy to go meet people. I feel like it's very important, and that's something that I'm trying to do because I'm a homebody, bro. I do not go out. Like I do not go out at all. But I think it's time to kind of start going out and like you know in good environments and networking and meeting people. But you know I think it's like very important to go out there and do that. So props, bro, too.
That's props, bro. Like that's dope, bro. That's hella dope.
No, shout out my boy, bro. It's not even me, like.
Yeah.
But you do having like the willingness to do it for free and then just grinding it. It says a lot because. People are just like, I'm not getting paid. Like, what the fuck am I gonna go for? No, bro. Like, you gotta get your foot in the door. Like, everything you want to do, like, you gotta get your foot in the door and earn your stripes.
People that have a lot of money, they've always said that. What gets you a lot of money is networking. Because when you have a lot of networking, you're able to say, like, you have this situation. Like, let's say you dealt, like, okay, I have this problem. I need a lawyer. I already have a lawyer. I already have somebody that knows a lawyer. Or I have this problem and I need this. I know somebody that knows this. So it's networking.
Everyone knows a guy. Like, everyone knows a guy in their back that the head. Like you tell me, like who can fix a car, I already know.
Yeah.
Like, or who's the best at doing this, I already know. Like, cause as soon as you start meeting people, like if I say like, okay, if I'm gonna put somebody on a podcast, who would I bring as guest? You two would probably be on my first podcast because you already do it, right? So like things like that, like the more you put yourself out there, like I do this. Like maybe you just don't get it at the moment, but you're like, I need a, like a behind the scenes photographer or videographer. Oh, that guy Hector that I talked to last time, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's something that you want to keep on doing, like just, you were filming, like behind the scenes, or what were you doing?
So my boy does the filming behind the scenes, and he wanted me to film him filming behind the scenes.
So you're doing behind the
I
scenes.
think you just did it though, because it was like he's a cool homie like of yours, so he wanted you to be in that experience too.
Maybe too.
And just being like, cause honestly, bro, how often? Not even about Blue Bloods and hip hop, but how often do you really get to be in a situation where you see Wiz Khalifa?
Yeah.
Like you said it, like he pulled up, and he shot whatever he did, and after that, how long he would stay after that?
He was the last one to pull up. Everybody's waiting on Wiz.
No, but like after that, like when the podcast was over, did he dip right away or like what?
We dipped after. So my boy doesn't stay to the end. He stays. He gets the beginning. He gets Wiz pulling up. They did the Hit Boy and Blue Bucks, and they did another girl. So once the podcast was starting with the other girl, that's when we left.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't really see but the food was good, bro. We had some like Jamaican food, and like there's some empanadas. Like the set was cool, bro.
Yeah.
The set was dope. And it's just a good vibe, and yeah, I'm thankful for my friend to bring me along for that, bro.
No, yeah, that's hella dope, bro. But yo, that was podcast number 22. I feel like it was a good podcast. A little quick podcast last minute because we were here chilling watching the fight, and then my homie Hector said, we need to get a podcast. We need to get content going. So I appreciate that too. Shout out Elvis, my brother. Shout out Hector, the collector, my homie. Anything else you want to say? Plug.
Like and subscribe, bro. I heard 70% of the people that are watching are not subscribed.
We gotta get those numbers up for sure.
Yeah, but yo, that was podcast number 22. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And we'll see you guys on the next one. We gotta get a special guest on the next one for sure, bro. Because I have another podcast that I haven't dropped, and I got this one that I'm gonna drop. And then we'll see what. We'll probably might even get Blue Blacks and Wiz Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? But yo, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.